Swipe.
They swipe, yeah.
Cut. Cut.
Turns and looks at me. He's like, who do you believe? Or which side you believe?
That's your space. That's your area. She can't do that. The things that you love the most cause you the most hurt. Okay. This is me and Chris's podcast really just about perspective. We value perspective a lot.
Yes.
And we don't believe that anything is ever black and white.
Nothing's ever black and white. Boom, 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 right there. Nothing's ever black and white. We talked about this for a while, like months in advance, just like trying to think of what we wanted to talk about, what we wanted the theme to be. And this is something that I've always just kind of stuck with because I feel like both me and Stefan have really good perspective. We're very like empathetic people. We can understand where people are coming from. We don't lean on one specific side of any spectrum for real. We always try to see the other person's viewpoint and be like, okay, I see how you can view it that way. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, it's the perspective of I'm biased towards a side, which like you're always going to be for the most part. Like you have an opinion. Mm-hmm. The goal for me and for you is never to prove our side right by proving the other side wrong. Mm-hmm. It's by trying to prove the other perspective right.
Yeah. Like
trying to say the other perspective's right. And until you can't do that, then you know you've unbiasedly noticed every perspective.
Trying to be the devil's advocate is like what we're trying to do. Yeah. 100%.
So that's the goal. That's the theme.
This is episode 1. Uno. Say it like, bro. When did we start thinking about this? Like, actually, I'm trying to think. I can't really think.
It was before summer 2020, 100%.
Yeah.
Because we just look back on all of the experiences that we have together, and we're like, dang, I wish we would have had a mic in front of us during that conversation.
Bro. Yes.
So we decided to do it.
And the thing is, too, like, we're both very introverted, so we're always keeping to ourselves, but we're always just in our heads and just thinking nonstop. And, like, whenever, like, there's like big groups of people and they're always talking, we're usually like the last people to say something, but we always have something good to say. And I feel like this is the best way to do it because literally nobody can tell us to stop talking. It's just us two. Like, nobody can tell us to stop talking.
No, you're right. That's just funny.
Yeah. So many closed-minded people out there that are always trying to push their own specific agenda. And I feel like if they were to watch this, I think this would help them to understand that just because I was raised a certain way and I am in a specific group or a specific like religion or something like that doesn't mean you have to think that way all the time. Because if you're just in your bubble your entire life, you'll understand like whenever you travel and whatnot that there's so much more to life than your closed-minded thinking.
Yeah. You
can't be right if you know less than 1% of what everything else in the world is.
Like you have to know what's wrong too to like actually experience like life and like appreciate other people. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Yeah, for sure, bro. How do you feel about the new Kanye album? Just dropped yesterday.
Donda. I think it's obvious that Kanye is mentally insane, clinically insane, and the most impressive way ever.
For sure.
He understands more than he should. More than anyone should. He knows more than anybody should know.
I was texting Didi today, and like Didi's the biggest Kanye fan I've ever met in my entire life. He knows so much. He knows 100,000 times more than I do. And we were talking, and I told him I listened to it, and he's like, he wanted me to tell him my full opinion on it. And I told him, I was like, bro, like, I love the album. I really did. I've had it on repeat, like you heard. I've had it on repeat for the last 24 hours.
Depending on the room that you go into, it's a different song.
Yeah. Yeah. But I loved it, dude. And it was like the first time where I was like, this is the real Kanye.
Yeah.
This is it. Like, this is him bringing all of his music, like, together fully. And this is, like, 100%. His album that he just, like, really put his time into. And I love it, bro. Pure Souls is my favorite.
Yeah, it's very good.
Truth in me. Bro, so good. blood, bro, and then Roddy Ricch on that.
I think that's one of the reasons why the album cover is black.
Yeah.
Not because that resembles Kanye, because like obviously he's the opposite of just like nothingness.
Yeah.
But I think it's because he's like, hey, this is like a huge project.
Mm-hmm.
That's like everything I've been doing. I can't put a picture on it.
Yeah,
Just nothing.
Bro, that I don't know this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that Universal released his album early, and he didn't like approve of it. So I'm pretty sure he was like trying to wait a little bit longer because it was just out of the blue.
Yeah.
And like I always thought that Drake and Kanye were trying to wait or whatever to see who would drop it first because of that beef. Because you know whichever album comes second is gonna be the winner because it's gonna take all the publicity or whatever. And
because you have to invest into an album and the songs. A lot of people do have to listen. They have to hear it a handful of times.
Yeah.
And it has to be other people playing it for them.
Yeah.
Like they don't have an option. They have to listen to the song that they've never heard before. Because then you can't rap along with it. You can't sing along with it. You can't vibe with it as much if you don't know the song.
Yeah.
But eventually, if that is the album that's out right now, it just happens, and then you're kind of forced into loving a song that is a good song that you should love. So to your point, Drake's album's going to come out in just a few days, basically.
Yeah.
And then everyone's going to go listen to that one, and then that's going to be the song that's just like playing that you don't have control over. You're going to walk in your friend's room, your dorm room, and that Drake album's playing.
Yes. But all I'm saying is, like, Drake's been hyping this up for a while. He's supposed to release it back in January.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Whack.
Yeah.
So
and he's like, I'm going to release it this summer, and then he didn't. And now he officially said September 3rd. He said that the day after Kanye dropped his thing. So I was like, yeah. So,
yeah, he is.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is, like, Kanye went off. I think he did an amazing job. Didi was saying this is the first time he's fallen back in love with Kanye since 2013. Drake is going to have to go off on this album for me to say that his album is better. Because I'm a big Drake fan. Huge Drake fan.
Well, he's been working on it for a long time. He knows the beef, but also Drake is good for at least 2 bops. And Kanye's album doesn't have any bops. What I mean by bop, or like a banger, is a song that's going to stick around. Like
on his album, on this new one, you don't think he has any?
Not bangers. Not songs that we'll talk about in 5 years. Drake, most albums.
I don't know, bro.
Really?
I'm going to have to disagree. I think Jail is the synth and everything in there. So
I think
good.
It's dope.
Pure
I think
Souls,
it's very good.
So good.
I think they're all I think a lot of them are very good. Granted, I've only listened to most of them one time.
I think it's going to age like wine. I think it's going to get better over time. I really do.
Like, Ultralight Beam is a banger.
Yes.
There's no Ultralight Beams on this album. There's no Ultralight Beams on this album.
I wouldn't say that yet. You have to listen to it more.
We played a high school dance.
Bro, who do you think would win in the actual fight, Kanye or Drake? Like, fist fight?
Kanye.
For real. Actually?
People who are
listen.
wired that way, you can't beat those kind of people in a fight. Kanye would not stop until he was dead.
Bro. Dude. Drake's big, bro. Drake's like 6'1".
Drake is
He's
big,
bro.
I know. No. I said Kanye because I'm just thinking about like you never want to fight a crazy person.
Yeah.
Like you never want to because you don't know what they're capable of.
But that's because you think they might have like a knife or something. That's not like you got gloves on or something.
No, but I know. But like I'm talking about like a fight. Like we're gonna fight and like somebody's gonna kind of win and then we're gonna be done. Like that's probably Drake's perspective going into it. And Kanye's if he gets mad, like that's scary.
Yeah.
It's actually genuinely scary.
That would be scary.
Just hopping on Drake's back and just grabbing his neck and not letting go, no matter what. No, Drake's big. Drake's a big guy.
All right, bro. So listen, audience, I've been wanting to ask Stefan and know his answer on this question for so long. It's been a month? I feel like it's been longer. The reason that like I didn't want to hear your answer is because
be authentic.
No. Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
But also because you were so confident in your answer.
You keep saying
no,
that.
No. We'll get to it. I'm going to ask you a would you rather. That's what I'm going to ask you. And you were so confident. You're like, oh, I know the answer. I said that's cat, bro.
Okay, would you rather? That has been cooking in my brain for
a long time.
Weeks
for a long
at
time.
least.
It's been a month. You should not be this confident. All right, here we go.
It's very easy. It's a very easy answer.
Would you rather fight a wolf, a full-grown wolf, barehanded, or a full-grown bear, with a sword.
What kind of bear?
Answer. Doesn't matter.
It does matter,
okay,
actually.
Let's
just say a brown bear, because those things are mean.
We'll just say a big
brown bear with a sword. It's very easy.
You're saying you would fight a brown bear with a sword?
Yes, very easy. It's a very easy answer for me. This is what happened.
Bro, stop. Bro.
Whenever you ask me.
No, let me stop. Have you seen The Revenant?
Yes.
You've seen the scene with Lee?
Did he have a sword?
He had a gun. And he shot it in the face, and it still charged him, bro.
I know, but the gun doesn't do what a samurai sword does, bro. A samurai sword.
Do you know how big bears get, actually?
They're actually huge, bro.
No, do you know how much they weigh?
Yes.
How much?
Well, I don't know about the number. I know that it's too much. It doesn't matter.
I know.
How much do they weigh?
Full-grown bear, 1,800 pounds.
Okay, I was going to guess a ton.
You're not taking a full-grown bear with a sword. There's no way,
This is
bro.
the thing.
This is not anime,
This
bro.
is the thing. Hey, do you understand how vicious and big a wolf is? What?
180 pounds, maybe 200 pounds.
What are you going to do with your bare hands?
You want to know what I'm going to do? Nah.
Grab it by his neck?
No. You seen I Am Legend, Will Smith?
Yeah, talking about the...
You know the dog scene? Where his dog is turning?
German Shepherd?
Yeah.
The little
Stop.
The little
Don't
tiny
say little
German Shepherd.
like a German Shepherd little.
A wolf's head is bigger than my head, bro.
Okay, listen. All I'm saying, you know the position he had whenever he was holding the wolf,
How
right?
are you going to get there with a wolf?
He's going to charge at me, and I'm going to... Bro, hold on. No, stop. Bro, listen, he's charging at me, right? Have you seen Star Wars, right? You haven't. Not for real?
Not for real.
Okay, there's a scene in the latest Star Wars movie where Rey's sprinting, and a fighter pilot or something like that is coming full straight at her, and she's in the desert, she's running, she backflips, right? I'm backflipping, and as I'm backflipping, I'm grabbing under its neck and riding on top, and I'm tackling it, right? And I'm in there like this, and I'm squeezing that mug, bro, like this, bro, no, squeezing, bro, and I'm on the ground, and you know, like, I've wrestled dogs before, like, I should...
What?
Bro, I've wrestled, like, they just, like, play fight, whatever. But anyways, I'm in there, and just like that. A full-grown wolf is not gonna kill me. Bro, do you know how strong my punches are? You know those punching machines at, like, arcades? I hit 800, bro.
I don't think you understand how big a wolf is, bro.
I could juke it. I could run up a tree. Wolves can't climb. Wolves can't climb, right? Wolves can't climb. Because dogs can't climb.
Not like
Wolves
a bear,
can.
probably.
Yeah, so I'm good.
Wolves can climb a little bit. They can
my vertical? At least 35. Okay, 32. 32 for sure. 100% 32.
Listen, this is all I'm saying. At least for me...
And then I'll
First of all, you're not...
spear. I'll jump up to the tree, climb up, and I'll just wait for him. And he's like up on a thing, and I'm jumping down. Yeah! Just like that, bro. And spear in the forehead, bro.
You didn't have to make that sound.
I know, that was loud.
Let me explain
a
samurai sword to you.
Yes.
If you move at this speed, you're cutting that bear's head off.
You're capping to
you
the
can't
maximum
look
right
at
now.
a true samurai sword without it cutting you.
Stop, bro. This
you don't have
ain't
to touch
Kung Fu
it.
Panda, bro. Stop. Listen.
Kung Fu Panda? There's no samurai swords in Kung Fu Panda.
There's a thing where he looks at a blade and he cuts himself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's so fun. I love that movie so much.
But, bro,
Skadoosh.
I understand. Like, I've seen samurai swords. I used to watch the shows where they would, like, test swords and whatnot, and they would make samurai swords, and they would cut through, like, 6 bamboo with ease. But, bro, you can stab it in the heart, and that thing's still gonna move.
I wouldn't go for its heart.
You go for its head?
Well, I mean,
You see how,
I know it's tall.
thick a bear's head is?
No, you're right.
You're
It'd be hard to
cutting
reach
through
its
that.
head, too.
That's like cutting through a tree trunk. You think you can cut through a tree trunk with a samurai sword? You must not
have you ever seen a bear?
Bro.
What?
You must not have seen a Revenant, bro.
I did. I did see it. I did. Like, have you ever seen a bear fight? Like, they don't just immediately, like, just grab you.
Yeah,
they, like, swipe.
They swipe, yeah.
Cut. Cut. Swipe. Cut. No arm.
You're not cutting. You're
I know.
cutting,
No.
You're not.
Nah, bro, it's like this.
Bro, stop.
No. I'm not cutting its arm.
Do you know how fast they are? You must not have seen The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio, bro. It was moving so fast, bro. He goes, and by the time he goes up, the thing already tackled him, bro. They're full sprinting, 40 miles per hour.
The sword's already out.
Okay, it's going out, and then what? How you gonna aim it in that quickly, bro?
If it's gonna jump on me, if the sword goes through it, if it jumps on the sword, it's going through.
Okay, it's not gonna die instantly though.
I know, but I have a better chance of it dying instantly than fighting a wolf with my hands, bro.
I will Joe Rogan back kick the thing in the snout, bro, and it's done, and it's whimpering off.
Okay, we gotta move on. Growing up, did you ever have friends that openly and unapologetically disrespected their parents by talking back to them?
I would say 95% of them did. Bro, 100%, 95% of them did, bro. That's my statistic. 100, bro, yes.
That's a
like,
lot.
When I actually think about it, I was thinking like a few weeks back, and I was like, dude, I can't think of a single friend that I had growing up that did not talk back or curse or just disrespect. Bro, if I cursed at my mother or father, bro, first off, my dad would just be very disappointed in me, and that would just like hurt worse. But bro, my mom, ain't no way, bro. I would not be alive if I did that, bro. My mom was loud. Like, she would scream at Rams games when we would go, and I'd be embarrassed because it was that loud. So like, whenever I did something wrong, bro, loud. You heard it one time,
I know,
bro.
I did.
we were on Xbox. I was playing. I was in the basement, bro. My mom was on the second story like loft, and she was working, and all the doors were closed. But I was just like getting hyped playing Rocket League, and she calls me on the phone, and she just screams like didn't even text me, nothing like that, which is fine. Like, I understand, like that work was stressing her out. But, like, bro, caught me off guard. Like, Stefan heard it. I was like, yeah, bro, I gotta be quiet. Ain't no way, bro.
Oh, man. But, like, I knew I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
My parents didn't let me.
Yeah, no.
People's parents let them. Of course, there are the kids that are just naturally, like, hard. Like, some kids are just hard to, like, parent.
Yeah.
And, like, no matter what you do or how perfect you are, like, the kid is going to, like, be a toughie. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't want to give a percentage, but, like, the vast majority of the time, it's the parents' fault. Majority of the time, it's the parents' fault.
Yeah.
Because, like you just said, like, you never fully, like, disrespected your mom. But that's because whenever you did a little bit as a kid, like, those really small ones, they immediately got, like, nipped in the butt. Immediately.
100%. Bro, so what I found is, like, my dad always told me this growing up. He's like, you have to have a balance as a parent to be a friend and a parent, like a strict parent. And those people that just let their kids do that, they're trying to be their friends growing up. They're just like, you can do whatever you want. I just want to make sure you're happy and whatnot. They weren't super strict with them. And that's what happens, bro.
Yeah.
Because they're just like, but then it goes off, and now you just like don't have this super strong relationship. And it's just like this weird.
Yeah, it makes your relationship worse.
It's weird, bro.
You're supposed to have a healthy fear of your parents.
Yeah.
Like, to have a healthy relationship with them. Even if that means that the kid is going to hate you for, like, a week for getting grounded or 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That kid hating you for you disciplining him is more healthy for your relationship with each other than that kid doing something he's not supposed to do and you being, like, totally cool with it when you're not supposed to.
Bro, listen, I have one specific story of my friend. His name's Trent Short, and we were like in maybe middle school or something like that. And so his dad, Keith, was like our coach in everything, every sport, like soccer, basketball, baseball, everything. And he was like he's like ex-military or something like that. Like, he was just like a super, just like straightforward dude. He was just like loud and whatnot. And everybody was terrified of Keith. Yeah. Bro. There's one time when I went over to Trent's house. And we, like, get in the car because we're about to go somewhere. And Keith and Trent are, like, arguing back and forth. And they're just, like, just being loud. And I'm just, like, in the back, just super quiet because I don't want, like, anything. And they're arguing. And then Keith turns and looks at me. He's like, who do you believe? Or which side you Bro, listen. No, listen. He said, are you siding with Trent or are you siding with me? And I'm getting goosebumps. But I like, no hesitation, Keith. I'm siding with you, bro.
I don't understand.
Put me on the spot, bro.
My parents never let me. And, like, I've had arguments with my parents, and, like, they let me argue with them.
Yeah.
But, like, they never let me disrespect them.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad that they didn't. And I'm going to do the exact same thing for my kids. For my kids, not to my kids.
Yeah.
For my kids, because, bro. Like, dude, it doesn't make any sense. Bro, we have to pull up that video. Can we play it?
Which one?
That's your space. That's your area. She can't do that. Can we pull that up, please? I need to watch it.
It's your space. It's your area. You can't do that. Bro, I was watching something a week ago, and it was about cave paintings. They were showing like horses and different animals that had like multiple heads or whatever, and they were thinking it was like a religious thing, but it actually wasn't. So the reason they had like a horse and they would draw like a head this way, a head this way, a head this way going down, is they did it in a specific indentation that if they brought like fire inside the cave and they would light torches, the different light bouncing would make it look like it's moving,
sick.
bro. So like cavemen back then, like they went into caves and like watched movies. Like they just bring a fire and the cave paintings were like dance and stuff like that.
That's so dope.
Dude, yeah. I thought it was sick. I was like, bro, like thousands of years ago, like they were going into caves just to watch movies, bro. Like that's sick. It's weird because like when I think about like people in like the 1100s or whatever, I'm just like they were probably just dumb, bro. They don't have no real math skills. They don't have high intelligence. They can't research stuff. They don't have this information, bro. But when you think about it, like they were doing some crazy stuff, bro. Like Plato, Socrates, they're just laying down, thinking about stuff, writing it, and just like telling the world. It's crazy. Just
people were way smarter back then.
Smart, bro.
They knew way less and were way smarter.
That's what I'm saying.
I saw this thing a while ago, and it was just basically like research talking about how bad our generation's memory is because we don't have to remember anything.
Exactly.
GPS, Google, phones. Like, people used to have to go to an encyclopedia and look something up that they cared about and find the answer, and they don't want to go back. Like, they're going to remember that thing. Yeah.
I was talking to my grandparents last time I was at the lake, whenever I was with them, and I was like, how did you get around without GPS? Like, how did you travel? And they're just like, we would just read the signs and, like, just follow the road, or we just had, like, a big giant map, and you just had to, like, track. And then also, I was just like, how did you contact your friends when you were like kids or like teenagers? Like, you don't have a cell phone. Yeah. You don't have any of that. And then they're just like, you would just meet up at a specific spot at the same time every day. And if people were there, you would hang out with them. If people weren't there, you just go back home. Like, nobody knocks on each other's doors anymore.
I know.
It's just, let me just get on Snapchat or Xbox and just like, yo, you want to hang out?
They had so much time to just think.
Yeah.
And, like, we underestimate how important that is.
Yes.
Because no one just thinks anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why, like, I'm glad, like, my brain works the way it does, because I actually, like, desire that sometimes.
Yeah. Yes.
And I benefit a lot from it. You don't know that, like, your brain's, like, working on stuff all the time.
Yeah.
You just don't know it. I mean, look at, like, the trend. Like, Facebook started, and the input was so low. Mm-hmm. But it was the highest anyone had ever, like, seen. Yeah. You could just scroll and see these posts, but the posts were big, and they weren't doing a lot. And then, like, after that came, I mean, my perspective, I know this isn't probably the order, but like Instagram started becoming a thing, and then you have pictures. Now there's a bunch of color, and then like the likes, those change color, right? Yeah. And you move to like, I don't even remember what it was called, but it was like this audio message. It'd be like Snapchat with no video. My sister used to use it. Yeah. You could message people with audio, and then that was like a huge thing. And then Twitter was just fast, and people got funny on Twitter. Yeah. Man. People got very funny out of nowhere on Twitter. Yes. Because you only got to see everybody's funny sometimes.
Yes, bro.
Everybody's funny sometimes. Yes, very little amount of people are funny all the time. So you get to see everyone's funniest moment of their life. You get to see everyone's funniest tweet. But then now, like, we're to the point of like TikTok, and then that's set the precedent. Now Instagram has reels, and YouTube has reels, and Facebook has reels, because like, the input's so high, your brain can't think about anything else. For me, like, I don't think I'm high and mighty when it comes to like social media. Like I love social media. We're doing this for social media. It's amazing. I was talking to you the other day about how weird it is that social media, like in any other business or like even way back in the day, like there's a service and the person who's consuming the service is the person who pays for it.
Yeah.
If you go to a restaurant, you pay for the food. If there's a farmer back in the day, like you pay them with something that you do.
Yeah.
If you're a carpenter, they're a farmer, you just trade.
Yeah.
Like social media, it costs nothing to use it. It costs nothing to post to it, and there's money going everywhere.
Yeah.
I know why, obviously, like ads like make money, like of course.
Yeah.
But like you're selling your attention by not even like you're not selling it, but TikTok is selling the attention of people from other people, and nobody has to be getting paid for it. Isn't that like a weird concept?
Wow. Yeah.
The thing is, again, I'm not calling myself high and mighty, but like when I delete social media for like a while, I'm very healthy. And I don't desire it if you go long enough without having it.
Yeah.
And it's because you get more time to be not only productive, but you get time to be bored. Like you need to be bored sometimes.
Yes.
But like dedicated time being bored isn't boring at all.
Yeah.
It's very refreshing to just like sit on a porch and just like think.
Yeah.
And just like not on your phone, you're not texting anybody.
Yeah.
You don't even know, you forget where your phone is, and you forgot you were there like reading a book isn't, that input sensory is not like too high. Yeah. You're still getting input, and it's not as healthy as like Plato sitting and thinking, and he's like comes up with something like incredible, something that he should have never thought of, but it's still like at least better than social media and like all the.
It's like you just need time to chill and just not be busy. And
that's why like. That's one of the many reasons why people who have a relationship with God, and even like not like I don't agree with the beliefs, but like even other beliefs in other religions, like people tend to be, and it's like a fact. It's not like that's like mentally healthier because if you're religious, a lot of religions spend time in prayer, and prayer is that time to just think about nothing and just everything's out.
Yeah.
And that's like one of the reasons why like there's so much mental positive health in terms of like religion, for lack of a better word.
Yeah.
But like for Christianity specifically, like a lot of prayer, reading the Bible, reading books about how to grow in your faith. Like the input is just very focused on like not overwhelming you.
Exactly.
But like if you spend time just like doing nothing, you'll out of nowhere be like, I just like made sense of that thing I was confused about like forever ago, and I didn't even know I didn't even remember I was confused about it.
I think that makes us take so many things just for granted in life.
Yeah,
because I remember just like going to the lake, and my grandpa was just sitting, and he was just like having a beer, bro, and just chilling, and I was
doing
like
nothing.
Yeah, because he's been retired for a few years now, and I was just like, how's life, like what you been up to? And he was just like, I've just been enjoying, I love watching the boats go by, I love watching the little birds go into like the nest and like eat the mosquitoes and stuff like that. And then I was looking at him like he was like genuinely like happy. Like he was just like this, like I love this. And I was like, bro, if I like lag one time in a video game, like it ruins my day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro.
Wait, that was the next thing I wanted to talk about actually.
Bro, it's just crazy. Though.
No, we were playing Xbox. We were playing Rocket League.
Yeah.
And it wasn't going well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it goes very well, and that's very fun. Mm-hmm. Sometimes it goes very poorly.
It's very bad.
And it's amazing how quickly it frustrates me. It makes me sad how quickly my mood changes. Like it affected me as a kid, like I used to be affected for like longer amounts of time, but like a few minutes after I like walked away from the game, I was like so mad.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like annoyed.
Yeah. 100%.
And it doesn't matter at all.
Yeah.
Part of it is because I'm competitive. So like if I lose a basketball game, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't play well. That makes me mad.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was thinking is the things that you love the most cause you the most hurt. I'm not the first person to say that.
I know, but yeah.
But the funny thing is I thought about that by being mad at Rocket League.
Say that one more time.
The things that you love the most cause you the most hurt. 100%. Your parents, siblings, best friends, girlfriends, boyfriends, those hurt way more than stuff you don't love.
Yeah.
100%. I love Rocket League right now.
Yeah.
that game makes me so mad.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make me as mad as it used to. Video games don't.
You shouldn't take a break and just like get GTA and just stop at the red lights.
Just listen to those vibes of songs, bro.
Bro, that's what I do on Red Dead. Like,
yeah.
Because usually, like, you just go around, you just rob banks and whatnot. But, like, bro, I'll just get on there, me and, like, Andrew, and we'll just chill and we'll just, like, fish for, like, an hour. Or we'll just, like, ride and just, like, go travel somewhere and just, like, hunt, like, a bear or something like that.
You just need things that don't make you mad.
Yeah.
That can't make you mad.
Yeah,
exactly. But, like climbing's one of those things for me. Like,
yeah.
And you'd think that, like, a hobby would, because, like, basketball makes me, like, mad sometimes. And, like, golf, of course, golf makes you, like, super mad. Like, most people very mad. Video games, same thing. If my internet is bad during a video game, it's like you can take something that I love so much and turn it on me so fast.
Yeah.
Because it's just, like, you can't control it. There's nothing you can do about it. But you continue to play it.
Yeah.
But, like, climbing for me is that escape of just, like, I get to focus my brain so intently on something, and then I'm only competing with myself, but not in a way like golf where it's, like, inconvenient when I fail. It's just, like, dang. And then you just, like, go back to working on it. It's just, like, relaxing for me.
Yeah.
Need to find stuff like that.
For sure. Remember when I texted you, Austin, and Trey, and I was like, my goal for y'all is to find your small passions and big passions in life and, like, actually, like, start to go for it.
Yeah.
And whatnot. People our age, like, in college and whatnot, they just go with the flow. And then that's how time flies. You just go with the flow. And then
they just let life happen and they
like,
react the whole time. They're just constantly reacting.
It's like, oh, like I was a senior in high school, now I'm a senior in college. And, like, where'd time go?
Yeah. You're just like, reacting.
What? And
bobbing and weaving.
I think that because people just go with the flow and they're just like, I'm here for a good time and a long time. You know, like Drake said. They just, bro, they just don't have real passions. Like, some people do, and they enjoy life a little bit more. But, like, whenever you're in day-to-day life and you're just working in school and you got, like, social life and like relationship, or you got, like, other things like that, you don't have a lot of time to figure out your passions and go for them and, like, learn new skills and stuff like that. Like, you spend your time getting away from the world by doing video games or going out and partying or like stuff like that, just to, like, escape. And you don't have, like, a specific side thing that you're just like, this makes me happy. I do this every day because it makes me happy. Yeah. And whatnot. Like, it never, like, upsets me because I love doing it.
You asked me, Austin, and Trey this question, a series of questions, over a text stream, and I want everybody who watches and actually gets, like, this far on this podcast to do it too. I want everyone to write down 10 things that they love.
I do remember doing this. Okay.
Yes. Whew! Pause the video. Write down 10 things that you love.
Write down 10 things that you love. Okay. Or just think about them. But try to write them down.
Have 10, though.
Pause the video. Pause the podcast. Pause the stream. Write 3 more.
Or at least think of them.
So now you have 13 things that you love. Now, since you have 13 things that you love, think about writing a list to 50. Of just writing just different things that you love. My question to you is, where on that list did you write yourself?
Or did you?
Or did you write yourself?
Because I didn't. I wrote 13 or 15, I think.
Yeah. All 3 of them.
And I grouped people. I said you guys. Mm-hmm. Those are the 3 closest guys in my life. Yeah. I said you guys. Yeah. That counted as one thing.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I didn't say myself. And
nobody ever says themselves, which is, I think, not good.
Yeah. What does that mean? You know, like, what does that show? And I think it's not all inherently bad. Like, it's not inherently bad. It's like the first thing you think of isn't yourself. Maybe it shouldn't be. Maybe it should. That's, like, subjective, I guess. Yeah. But, like, at some point, it should be pretty high. I think.
But that's the question, is like, how long would it take you before you write yourself down in that list? And some people would say, like, they wouldn't even think about doing it. I probably wouldn't have
thought about it. Yeah. I mean, if I wrote down 50, it would have taken me so long that, like, maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
But bro, I think
it would have been a far way, and I wouldn't have even meant it. I would have thought myself and been like, "Oh my gosh, yeah, like I should have been higher." But then I don't. If I can't think of it like that, then maybe I, you know what I mean? It's just it's a very deep question.
It is, bro. It makes you think. You're like, dang, like what can I do now to like love myself more? Because when you put all those things at the top, you're like, I know, and I can think of ways I've shown love or received love with those like specific things. But when you write yourself down, you're like, how have I shown love to myself? How can I show love to myself? Like, what can I do in the future to love myself more, to build myself as a person, to enjoy my company being alone, not being lonely, but being alone. Like, how can I enjoy my own life if none of those top things are in it and it's just me?
Yeah.
And I think that's huge. Like, if you learn that, you can succeed in life.
It doesn't matter how many things you do that you genuinely love. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter how much you love them.
Yeah.
No matter what you do or spend your time doing, you will have seasons.
Yeah.
Where those things, you'll still feel like alone during them.
Yes.
If they are just things.
Yeah. And I think a lot too, like with that specific topic, whenever you are like thinking about yourself, people think like, oh, it's kind of selfish to like be like work on myself and whatnot. Yeah. But my thing is like, it's the opposite of that. Like if you don't work on yourself, then everything else that you love is not going to be like loved well. Like if you don't love yourself very well, then you cannot love anything else very well.
Ooh. And it's weird because like we all know that.
Yeah.
Everybody's heard that. Mm-hmm. But then why didn't we say ourselves if we know it?
Exactly.
Maybe we don't know it very well.
Yeah.
That's deep. Yeah. That's what I was thinking too. I think the initial reaction is that you think it's selfish, and really it's not selfish to love yourself. It's not.
It's not. You're just bettering yourself so you can better everything around you. Yeah. How is that selfish?
It's not.
All right, I do have one story. So it's crazy. It's a crazy story actually. So I got food with Samson and Kevin yesterday, and Samson told me the story. But do you remember the black woman that was walking like down Elm, like the 2 different days in like Nashville?
I've seen her 5 times.
Yes.
In my 7 days of driving around.
She looked homeless.
Yes.
Yes. Do you remember what color like dress she was wearing?
Brown.
Okay.
I want every time because I've seen her like 6 times.
I want you to remember that.
Okay.
Brown. Okay. So Samson said that she would sometimes stay the night like on the back porch, like at Potter's house, or like outside around there.
What's Potter's house for people who don't
Potter's
know?
House is a coffee shop in Springfield, Missouri. Best place you can get coffee, in my opinion. Samson works there. And it's got
protein smoothies and
But they're a non-for-profit. They're like Christian-owned, church-owned like coffee shop that it's like a house that turned into a coffee
literally
shop.
a house.
Super dope.
Yeah.
Super dope. Yeah.
Sick.
So anyways, they help people out all the time. Like I used to work there, and there'd be homeless people that would walk in, and like we would always help them out and stuff like that. But Samson said she stayed like on the back porch a couple times, and they would like try to help her out. And anytime like he would approach her, she would like scream like no, like super loud or whatever. And so he was thinking like there was something wrong like with her head or something like that. But this is the gist of it. So she was kidnapped from Kentucky.
Before or after she was homeless?
Before. She was kidnapped. She was taken.
Okay.
Yeah. From Kentucky or I think Tennessee or somewhere like around there. And she was sex trafficked in Springfield. She got sent to Springfield to be sex trafficked. And Samson was saying that like the person that was in charge of her like gave her a bunch of drugs and stuff, which like was messing with her head a lot. So some neighborhood that's like kind of higher end in Springfield took a picture of her and like put it on Facebook. And apparently by God or something like that, their family from Kentucky saw it randomly on their Facebook feed as they were just scrolling, and they recognized, and this guy or something was like, that's my sister. And so they traveled. Yes, from Kentucky. I know, bro. I know. They traveled to Springfield. They found her. It took like 3 hours for them to like get to her because she was just like been out of it for so long.
Yeah.
But she's been in the baking sun for so long. Dude, that dress that she wore was black originally.
It was black?
It was black. She was in the sun for that long that it bleached it over time.
Dang.
Yeah.
It's like light brown.
Yeah. It used to be black.
Wow.
So they were talking, and she was like refusing to leave. She was saying a bunch of stuff and whatnot, and it was taking them a while. Like Samson was saying, her sister couldn't even like look, and they're like finally got her, and they got her like help, and she started like becoming aware that like that was her family and whatnot, and now like everything's good and she's not here anymore. I'm sure she like went back to Kentucky or whatever. But
how recent did this happen?
Like within the last week.
Because I saw her like 3 days ago.
It was like very, very recently. Like Samson said, it just happened. Like whenever I talked to him yesterday.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So us seeing her is before. Like they found her.
Literally saw her Thursday.
I know.
So I guess that was longer than 3 days ago.
But it's a crazy story. Like
every time if I drove across campus, I would see her.
Yeah.
Every day.
Everyone like saw her just wandering around. Bro, that's her story. Like she was kidnapped and sex trafficked in Springfield and was just like messed up by it and became homeless wandering and whatnot. In some random neighborhood posted on their Facebook, and their family in Kentucky was scrolling on Facebook and somehow saw her picture, and he recognized her even though she looked a little bit different. It was like, that's my sister. And they're like, bro, I'm getting goosebumps. But like,
I'm covered in goosebumps.
I know, but like that's my sister, and no hesitation, they just left and went, and they picked her up.
Dude, imagine your sister, daughter, getting kidnapped.
Yes.
And however long it's been.
Yeah.
Very long.
Kidnapped alone is terrifying.
Like, you've given up.
Yes.
100% that person's still alive.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And you randomly see her on Facebook one day?
Yeah, bro. Crazy.
Dude, I had been feeling, like, very, very, very pushed to, like, try to help her.
Yeah.
Because how often do you see the same homeless person more than once and, like, recognize them?
Not
And maybe if you live, like, in the city, like, maybe you do all the time. I don't know. But in an area like this, I see homeless people all the time, or maybe not homeless people, but they feel like they are homeless because they have a bike with a bunch of stuff and they saying crazy stuff and doing stuff they're not supposed to do. But in this area, that's what a lot of people who are homeless do. Not that all homeless people do that, but like that's the only homeless person I've ever recognized more than once, and I've seen her like 6 times minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
I remember we would just drive and be like, oh, she's there again, or like she's in a different spot this time.
Yeah, wearing the exact same thing, walking the
just
exact
walking,
same, just walking with. She always had her head like this.
Yeah,
she'd just be walking.
Yeah, bro.
To nowhere. I always ask, like, where do you think she's walking? She never had anything in her hands.
Yeah, I know.
Like, I wonder if she was eating, how long she had been out of whatever
Samson
she was
saying
in.
She was very malnourished and just everything. Like he was saying, like at nighttime he would like. Whenever they were like closed, he would like approach her and she would just scream. Yeah. Like, no, like screaming. And so like it kind of made Samson like jump back or whatever. But like you can understand why
100%.
If you see a grown man like approaching you and you're like been through that, like it's crazy, bro. I remember like Samson telling it to me, I was like, I'm shook. 'Cause I
know I've seen her a lot.
Like seeing her,
I could pick her out of a crowd of 15 people that look like her.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna see her again. That's weird.
I know.
That's how much I've seen her.
Yeah.
I feel weird that I'm never going to see her again. I was expecting to see her tomorrow.
Yeah.
On my way to class.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, like, I didn't see her today.
Yeah. No, she's... Wow. I'm sure she's good now. It just blows my mind. Because, like, it's crazy. Because people always talk about, like, oh, yeah, sex trafficking is, like, a thing and whatnot. Like, oh, yeah, it's, like, everywhere. But, like, it's so underground that, like... It just feels like it's a myth. Like, it feels like it's not real, but it's so real.
Yeah. And everyone knows it's real, but again, like you said, like it feels.
Dude, it's like
it's a myth.
I remember just growing up going to Walmart and just see a big, giant board of just, like, missing kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, like, 100 of them. All within the same, like, year. And they're not, like, they haven't been found. And I'm like, where'd they go? Like, what? Bro,
yeah, and if it's not something that directly you have a direct experience with, not meaning that you were, but someone that you knew or know, if you don't know someone who has or haven't been like in that situation, it feels like this myth because, I mean, the person disappears, like you don't see any, you don't witness any repercussions of it until you watch like a movie and they portray it well for awareness, and like this small story is the closest relation I've had to. Yeah. Thank God, of course, that like of sex trafficking. Like that person like Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
In Springfield.
Yeah.
Like next door.
Yeah.
You know? That's crazy.
Yeah. That was good.
Concludes podcast 1.
Yeah. Podcast episode
number 1.
Yeah. How many followers do we have on TikTok? You look up TikTok, I'll look up
Instagram?
I'll look up YouTube.
We have 113 followers on TikTok.
113 followers on TikTok. And right now, we currently have 21 subscribers on YouTube.
That's actually way more than I thought it would be. How many?
Yeah, we have 21.
We only have one video.
Yeah. But it's August 30th, 2021, right? We have a couple goals.
31st.
But one of our goals is to reach 1,000 subscribers by November, which is very hard to do, but we're going to try and be consistent with it. We're going to try and push minimum 1 episode a week for TikTok. You want to have a goal for the end of November for TikTok?
I have no idea what even ballpark is. I don't even
have
TikTok for real.
3,000. So we'll say 3,000 just to push it, so we can try to reach it. All right. So 1,000 subscribers on YouTube by November 1st, 3,000 followers on TikTok by November 1st. That's what we're going for. But this is episode 1, and that's it. Bro, I kind of want to throw like an intro thing, like
5, 4, 3, 2.
Dun, dun.
He kills a moose.
No. Stop. He did not kill a moose, bro. With what?
A bow.
No.
And he lost
A bobcat?
with like hundreds of pounds of meat left because he was malnourished. Because all he had was protein.
Sheesh.
He was malnourished because he didn't have any fats.
You just gotta eat grass or something at that point, bro.
Huh?
Bro, animals eat grass? No. Bro. Dude, stop. Animals eat plants and stuff all the time. They just eat leaves. You can probably suffice. It's got sugar. Sugar turns to fat. Fat turns to sugar. Bro.